welcome back to the Dabbler's Diaries. I hope everyone's doing well. Happy Valentine's Day, first of all. I hope if you are spending with a loved one that you have a magical day, and if you're not, that you just have a wonderful day as well. So today I wanted to make a love box, or a love box dupe. Something similar to it. I don't know. We're gonna see how far I get with this project. I tried to make a video about this and nothing went right. So we're trying again because I am not a quitter. So let's see what we need, or what I have. So I have, of course, a Raspberry Pi. It's a 4 Model B. It has 2 gigabytes of RAM. I got one for free from school. They were just giving it out at a hackathon, which is really wonderful. But I think you can also get this for like 60 bucks, which is much cheaper than the actual lovebox. I also have a power source to the Raspberry Pi. I have some breadboards here. I also have this Raspberry Pi Super Starter Kit, which does have a breadboard in it, but the breadboard has, it's one of the long ones, so I was hoping to use one of the small ones from this kit. But yeah, so like I said, I also have the Raspberry Pi Super Starter Kit. I think this was about 20 bucks, maybe a bit more. And I'm just hoping that this will have some materials in here that we can use. And then, of course, we have a box. It's actually technically a watch case. So if this doesn't work, he can use it to hold his watch. But I really liked the box, so we'll see if we can use this. So in the actual kit, they have a bunch of tutorials on how to use it. I was taking a look a bit earlier, and please excuse the shadow. I'm working on lighting. It's just not working out right now. But I was looking at specifically this. It's an LCD screen, and I'm hoping to use that to write messages. I could use a servo to actually, like, if you ever, I'll put a GIF of how a love box works, but basically the way it works is it's a box with a heart in front of it, and whenever you get a message, the heart will spin, and then you will open the box and you'll get the message, like you'll see the message. So I could use the servo to actually like create the heart spinning up front, but because the box has this kind of latch, I just don't think it's going to be smart to do that. So I'm thinking of drilling a hole back here, somewhere around here, and putting an LED instead. So the LED will light up whenever there's a message, and it won't be intrusive. I don't think it'll be that bright, so it should be fine. I'm also thinking of using a button to let me know that a message has been read. So yeah, who am I making this love box for? It's for someone special, and I just want to show how much I appreciate him. So the way that I'm thinking of this working is by having some sort of form that will link to a Google Sheet. And that's because I'm just using this as my free database. Then we'll have this box, which will pull from this DB maybe every 30 seconds. And whenever there's a new message, this will cause the LED to light up. And then when the button is pressed, then this will turn off the LED. and the cycle will continue. So this will also cycle to the next message, if there is another message. I'm also hoping to implement some sort of scrolling feature. I know there's a joystick in the kit. I don't think that's necessary. I'm just gonna have it scroll automatically. So we'll see if that works. But yeah, those are my plans. I'm gonna try to get the basic LCD screen working. And once I get that working, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I think I completed, sorry, excuse the hair. Oh my god. Oh my lordy lord, I'm shedding. The stress. This project has caused me a lot of stress. I have been fighting the pie with my life. And I finally won. It took a lot of debugging, and I think in the end I just didn't have the GPIO extension board tight enough. So be careful. Or like these connections weren't on tight enough. I don't know. But I finished, and it says hello world from Laughvin. I don't know how you say that. I don't know if you can really see that. But so I know for sure that the LEDs, sorry, I'm sure you can hear Simba's trotty paws. Simba is waiting for food, so he's just been looking at me. But back to this. So I think the next step is to wire an LED and make sure that it works, which I know it does because that's how I debugged it, but I can show you what it looks like. And then we can try to code up a thing that will take in a message, display it, and flash an LED. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Okay everyone, so here I am back for part 2 of just figuring out the basics. And I don't actually know if I said that I was gonna do that after the display portion that I did earlier, but I'm back. And I have a button configured to light up this LED. So that tells me 2 things. The first thing is that this button works as an input and the LED works as an output. So now I can use the LED to, or no, sorry, not the LED. I can use the button to go to the next message, and I can use the LED to tell me if there is a message. So we are making progress, slowly but surely. This part has taken me so long, but I'm glad that we're here now. At least I know that my Pi isn't dead. I thought that my Pi or my GPIO extension board or like this cable, like, I don't know. I was fighting this with my life, as I might have said earlier. But I'm glad that it's working now. So honestly, this is also from the Laughvin tutorials. So now I'm gonna branch off and do my own thing and see how to get this to work. I'll catch up with you all later. Alright everyone, I am back with another update. So what you're seeing right now is a circuit, and I am displaying, it's not really a circuit. What you're seeing right now is an LCD screen that shows no messages right now. I don't know, I can't get my camera to like show it properly, so we're gonna have to go like this. And you're gonna have to use your imagination right now. You can kind of see it, but I've fought the camera long enough. I've been fighting this long enough. So what I'm gonna do is, oh, I screwed up some of the wiring. This GPIO extender is a little finicky, I will say. But essentially whenever there's a message, the LED will light up and it'll display the message on here. So right now it says hello. When I press the button, it'll cycle to the next message. If I can get to it. And there we go. It cycles on to the next message. It says, hi, what does it say? Hi, I love you. Thank you for everything. And then if I press the button again, there's no more messages. So it says no messages right now. And the LED stops lighting up. So I did all this using the Google form and the Google Sheet to act as my database. So let me show you how I set those up. And then let me see if I can get this all into a box and properly configured. And we'll go to final product. Thank you for sticking along. Here is the form I'm using, just a simple content and a scene, which is automatically set to 0. Under the Responses tab, you can use the link to Sheets, which will automatically create the Google Sheets for you. And this is what our database looks like. It has the timestamp, the content, and then scene, which you'll see here is marked to 1. That's because the lovebox has already been opened and it has already been acknowledged that it's been seen. In console.cloud.google.com, you want to go ahead and create a new project. I went ahead and called it lovebox. Then you want to go ahead and go to APIs and services. After that, go to library and go ahead and enable the Google Sheets API as well as the Google Drive API. Under APIs and services again, you're going to go ahead and go to credentials, and this time we're going to create a service account which will be able to read the lovebox Google Sheet. So to do that, go ahead and go to create credentials, which is located at the top. Then click service account. Call it whatever you want. I just called it lovebox reader. And then go ahead and just create it. Now go ahead and click onto this account. And you want to go to keys, add a key, create new key, create it as a JSON, and click create. This will be saved to your downloads folder, so make sure you store it and keep it safe. You're going to need it later. Then we're going to go back to our sheet that was created from the form. But before we do that, make sure you copy the email that was created with the service account. Go to the sheet. Click share, and then add it as an editor. And that should be all the setup that you need to use the Google API. Here is the hardware that you're going to need for the LED and the button. And then here's how I wired it up. In addition to this, this is the stuff you need for the LCD. And this is how I wired it up. I just mashed the two wired portions together to get what I had. So here is the final product. I went ahead and I didn't actually drill holes. I took an X-Acto knife to the box and just went ham at it. And so it's looking a little rough, but I got the wire and the LED in. And if I were to send a message, the LED lights up. And then when you open the box, you can go ahead and see the message, which it says hello. And then there's a button over here. You can click it and it goes to no messages right now. It is quite messy, but this is the easiest way that I could figure out how to get everything just consolidated into this box, and it works. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, let me know. I think the most important part of this project is really just the sending messages over Google Forms, so that part's not too hard. You can find my code down below in a GitHub repo that's linked in the description. And hopefully, if you're making this for a loved one, that they cherish and that they love it, and that you don't have to pay Lovebox a shit ton of money. So yeah. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep wandering, y'all.